Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jeff Layton and I wanted to do a quick video on a review of the Fortune Builders Mastery Program. And so you've probably heard of this, maybe on the radio, maybe you saw a TV ad, maybe a seminar came to town. Pretty much everyone I think has heard of Fortune Builders by now. I wanted to give a review because I was actually a student who went through the program, who paid to do it, started doing deals, and actually eventually became a coach. So I think I have a good frame of reference. I can give a good background and kind of what it's all about, is it for you, and all of that information. Because I see a lot of people giving reviews and they're not actually, it might just be like on a forum or something like that. They might have not actually done the program. So this is from someone who has actually been through it, done it, and now I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about it. Okay, I'll cut straight to the chase. And actually, I'm going to start this video by comparing the Fortune Builders program to other coaching programs. So, number one, Fortune Builders is going to be more expensive than other coaching programs. It probably will. And it's for a couple of reasons. Number one, Fortune Builders is going to have more resources and also more coaches available than other coaching programs. So I've done other coaching programs in the past, and actually I will continue to search out other coaches because, for me, there's never going to be a point in my real estate investing career where I just say, okay, I've learned everything there is to know. There's nothing else I can learn about real estate investing. I'm done, right? So, and actually, if you're a real estate investing coach, contact me because I'll probably pay you to consult with you in some capacity. So most programs are going to be less expensive, but they also might just be some guy in their apartment with a Skype phone saying, okay, this is what you got to do. And then they might have a little ebook, and then they might have some trainings online. So the thing that I loved about Fortune Builders is that the resources are just so plentiful. It's basically like a library of the most up-to-date and most relevant information. So instead of just Googling what you might think is the answer and trying to find it that way, you go on the Fortune Builders site and it's the most up-to-date information by the people in the business actually doing it. Also, what I liked about Fortune Builders is, and there's different levels of the Fortune Builders coaching program, so depending on what level it is, you might be talking to different coaches, but for me, it was having access to a wide range of real estate investing coaches. So people that are real estate investing in different niches in different parts of the US, so I could pick their brain essentially. Whereas other coaching programs, it might just be like I mentioned, the one guy in his apartment, and maybe he just does rental properties in Oklahoma or something. The good thing about Fortune Builders is coaches in every type of market doing every type of niche. Also, there are live events, all different types of live events. So there might be 1, 2, even 3-day seminars where they cover different topics, where you can network, you can meet some of the principals of the company, you can find private money lenders, you can find even more people to network with. And oftentimes we found, just as being a coach, when you go to these live events, it's so much better than just watching a YouTube video. Don't get me wrong, I love YouTube videos. I watch a ton of YouTube videos, but something about making the commitment to just go to a live event, you can get so much more out of that because it's just a bigger commitment and you're gonna be more invested in it. So I think that's another great thing. And another thing I love about Fortune Builders, and other coaching programs have this too, so I'm not saying it's just Fortune Builders, but I found this one, I found there to be more in Fortune Builders, are the tools and resources. So they'll have a deal analyzer, they'll have a repair estimator, they'll have marketing plans that you can basically just swipe and deploy. Basically, if you're what marketing program should I do to find these really good off-market properties? You can say, okay, model this one. You basically just copy it. Another difference between Fortune Builders and some other coaching programs, where let's say you join a local one, which I think local coaching programs are great. And I do local coaching programs. I try to find out the top guys in my area. But the thing I like about Fortune Builders, where if you do the program and you start doing deals, your deal can be showcased on a national spotlight on Fortune Builders website. So if you go on their website, there might be thousands of case studies of successful students who have done deal after deal after deal. And you can look at these deals and you can actually learn a lot from seeing people that have done these deals, how they put the deal together, how much it cost, their expectations. Whereas, a local coaching program, you might, the local coach like Joe might take you out for dinner and it'll be awesome and everything, but you might not get the same exposure. And not only that, if you start doing deals and let's say you do, you put a case study up, The next step after that is to do, you can do a webinar. So I was a student, I paid, I started doing deals, and then one of the guys at Fortune Builders asked me, hey, do you want to do a webinar? I was like, yeah, you know, what's that all about? And basically you present your deal to like hundreds of other students who now want to learn from you. So it's kind of like taking that next step in your real estate investment career. So now all of a sudden I was doing case studies for like hundreds of people who were trying to learn exactly what I did. And just by teaching that information, you actually get a lot better because you really have to like internalize this. And just by teaching other people, you learn it so much better than you would in other ways. And to take it a step further, let's say you start doing case studies and then you start doing webinars. You can even, in some opportunities, become a coach, where you become a, right now I'm a coach, so I'll do some calls with students across the country, teaching them how to buy and sell basically distressed properties. So basically by doing these doors, Fortune Builders, once you get into the program, there's so many opportunities where if you actually apply this stuff, there's like an endless amount of opportunities. I mean, some students, they'll go on stage locally, speak to others, they'll be featured on TV. There's multiple students that have been featured on HGTV and actually other mainstream TV networks just from doing deals, learning the systems, and implementing a lot of what we talk about here. Okay, let's talk about the price, because I think the biggest knock on what I've seen online from people that I've talked about, they're like, why would you pay money to some coach to teach you how to buy real estate? That's so weird. Like, you can just learn everything online. You can just get all the data online. So I 100% agree that you can probably find everything that's on Fortune Builders. You can probably find it online. You can probably Google, and if you have enough time and the energy and you know what you're doing, you can probably find every single thing you can online for free, 100% for free. So why would you ever pay someone to teach you? Well, something that you learn on a forum or on a YouTube video, or maybe there's like an article by some guy, it might not be the most relevant information. It may not be the most up-to-date information. You need to know, like, the reason I paid a coach and why I continue to pay coaches is that you need to have the best information and you need to have the most organized information. And for me, paying someone to organize all that information for me was a no-brainer. In real estate investing, this is such a high-stakes business, so you can easily lose or make, 10, 20, 50, even $100,000 if you know what you're doing. So for me, yeah, I could 100% get any information I want online, or I could pay an expert, someone who's mastered their craft, pay them a fee to teach me exactly what they're doing. So it was just like a complete no-brainer for me. For me, it was expensive. I paid $15,000 to join, which I really didn't have $15,000. I kind of took out a loan, and this is before I was doing deals. So I paid $15,000, and it was expensive for me to join, but it was also expensive for me not to join, because if I didn't have the right tools, my first two deals that I did, my first two flips, I made $15,000, and since then I've made significantly more off of flips, just knowing this specialized information. So to me, specialized information is worth a fortune, and if you can find someone that's willing to give that to you, I think you should, absolutely pay them. So just to wrap this point up about paying versus like getting free information, look, I am 100% guaranteed that if I didn't do Fortune Builders, I would still be able to flip houses. I would still be able to find motivated sellers, still put deals together. But my path to finding those deals would be a lot longer. I'd probably make a lot more mistakes. So for me, this was the shortest, most efficient, and well worth it path to being a real estate investor. If that's what you want to be, if you want to learn how to buy and sell distressed properties, this was the shortest and best path for me. So another thing that happens when you pay someone money for something, especially a lot of money, like I mentioned, I spent $15,000, and there's different levels of the program, so you don't always have to spend 15. You can spend 50, you can spend much less. I don't even want to get into all that right now. But the point of it is, when you pay someone for something, you're going to value that information a lot more. So when I paid $15,000, I woke up at 6 a.m. every single morning, and I was learning things, I was implementing things. I was like, man, there was like this pressure that I never would have had before if I had just, if I just like gone on some internet forum and been like, okay, Bob says to do this because he's on the forum and he has like 5 stars on the forum. Bob says do this. I probably wouldn't have the same urgency as if I had paid a good chunk of money, to invest in this program. So that really, it forced me, I said, I'm gonna make this work one way or another. Each person has their own level of tolerance. So I'm not saying, I probably, it's up to you. You don't need to leverage everything to join this program. For me, I wanted to kind of just jump in, and you can't do this necessarily with a half-hearted attitude. You really have to be all in. You don't necessarily have to be like a full-time, like if you have a full-time job, that's fine. I had a full-time job when I started, but you don't want to be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll just like try it out. Maybe I'll dip my toes in the water a little bit. You need to jump in and fully commit yourself to this. And so also some people, what they do, let's say cost is a big thing for you. If you know someone that's also interested in real estate investing, I know some people they'll split the cost with other people. So they may have like one partner, they may have 2 partners. Some people I know have like 4 partners, so they split the cost 4 ways to kind of leverage the risk a little bit. So if you're one of those people that, you might not be that, your risk threshold is not that high, you might want to split the cost with someone, which is fine. The most important part though, I think I want to make out of this entire video is that you need to be very selective about who you get your information from. Because the thing with real estate investing is that everyone has an opinion on real estate investing. It's one of those occupations or one of those things where like you can ask 5 people and they probably all have 5 different like very, very strong opinions. There's a lot of even real estate professionals. I know a real estate agent I work with. This guy has done I think like 1 investment deal, bought 1 house in about 15 years. And he'll tell you with absolute certainty like everything there is to know about real estate investing. And if you didn't know any better, you'd probably say, wow, this guy's right. But you need to get your advice from the people that are actually doing it. A lot of times with real estate investing, it's the blind leading the blind. So it might just be like people have the weirdest theories. People like I'll ask people that have bought like maybe 1 or 2 houses. They're kind of like maybe part-time, or maybe they read some articles and they're like, yeah, the thing you need to do is like only buy houses next to whatever. I've heard the strangest theories. They're like I heard townhomes don't appreciate after 4 years. Like all these bizarre theories from people that are basically amateurs. They're not doing this full time. You need to seek out the 1% of the investors that are buying houses like on a daily or weekly basis. What a lot of people don't realize is that there's a predictable business model behind real estate investing. And there are people that buy houses, like 100 houses a year. Like look up CT Homes, look up Express Home Buyers. There's plenty of what you'd call like local businesses, local small businesses, if you want to call them small businesses, that buy 100 houses a year. And these are not Wall Street firms. These are people that take repeatable, trackable, implementable steps to buying and selling properties year in and year out. And those are the people you need to follow. You can't listen to like, I know a real estate agent, he bought a house at like 10 years ago and I think he lost money on it, so now he's like goes around and he tells everyone like why real estate is the worst investment ever. And this is just a success principle. So as a real estate investor, if you want to be a real estate investor, you should not listen to someone that is not a real estate investor talk about real estate investing. You should only listen to the 1% of the people that are actually real estate investors. You should listen to those people. So when I was growing up, I used to play basketball. So the same way I'm not going to listen to team manager or the personal trainer about how to shoot a 3-pointer or how to play basketball is the same way I'm not going to listen to a person that's bought like 1 house or someone that read in a forum about why real estate investing is bad. I'm going to seek out the 1% of people or whatever percent that is who are consistently buying houses on a day-to-day or month-to-month basis. And the best thing about it is that you can reverse engineer their business model because all the steps are laid out. And you can repeat a lot of those steps. You may not reach the same heights that they do, but you may not want to either. Maybe you just want to buy 10 houses a year. Maybe you want to buy 20. But the systems are in place to, scaling it up to potentially large amount, maybe even 100 houses a year. There's actually a student that is now purchasing, I believe, close to 100 houses a year, which is crazy. And that's great for him. And he's implemented more than any other student, and the results show. The bottom line is you need a mentor. And by mentor, I don't mean your real estate agent down the street who's bought like one house in 10 years and can give you the free advice. You know, you need to pay someone to get the best advice. Free advice is everywhere. You can ask your cousin who just bought a condo, like, what are the secrets to real estate investing? And his answer is going to be way different than someone that is buying, you know, 100 houses a year. So find the best people. In every successful person, whether it's real estate, whether it's basketball, whether it's really anything, has had a mentor, and you need to find one. And I think for me, Fortune Builders, you know, I would 100% do this program again, because for me, they were the best mentors. And I've had a lot of mentors, and I'll continue to seek them. But for me, this was the best program that I found. Hey, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you got a lot out of it. If you want to learn more about Fortune Builders, check out the link below. It goes to a video that gives you a lot more in-depth information on kind of what it all covers. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Just drop them in the comments below. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video, and I'll talk to you later.